My name is Shabana and I am Rohingya. I was granted asylum in Norway at the age of 10, but my extended family didn't make it out of Myanmar. I haven't seen them in 10 years. Now that they've fled to the camps in Bangladesh, I finally have a chance to visit.
I remember seeing them in their own homes. They didn't have much back then either, but they had their family together, and now they're stuck in the middle of nowhere, not knowing anything about the future. My family is going to be happy to see me, but I'm going to see that they need help, and I'm not going to be able to give that much because what can I do? Still, being there and listening to their voices, I think that's the most important thing, together with the economic help, to listen to them. They want to tell you their stories. They want the world to know.
They remember hearing gunshots the entire day. Then during nighttime, there were 3 helicopters flying overhead. There were rumors that this might be it, that they were going to bomb the entire village. And she could feel at that time that she was about to give birth.
Ayara gunan murabutar ay hamar kadat boshi hoinondar badduar andi doruwa unu habai bade eddur madiya taite sayya hatu shuglara da barhodde dalamade bumboy buzaina bariba thora hoira dur rati abar agi je aite mani fuan du sella kashi eddur maga hatu beshi ya e boy di boyere to beshi halase
Haliga
oda ki manush hoduna agi ताए बहुत क्या तो इधर हुआ आंटी दे सीधे अंगोरे ले दुआ इन होदुरे रहेगा ना बरारे नहीं चाहिए उगा गोतो ये गोरोना खाने तो इन होदुरे रहेगा बरारे नहीं चाहिए इनको विरासी
I just told her that she's a strong person. How could she do this? And she said that when it's about life and death, you never know how strong you are, sort of. The fear of dying in the hands of the military, that's propelled her journey, I guess. And also the fact that people left her there. She doesn't blame them because it's about, saving own lives.
Was she scared when she was alone?
We don't like it, huh? Hanatan ashile pani tani hanatan.
Thar goddi mo gorbar pore hana na pai jam.
কি নাম রাখছো?
Wala hajba umra to ei.
No se da kilo beta lebo.
Yeah, they're joking around calling him a problem.
A problem. Oh, he's not a problem.
No, it's a blessing. This is my cousin. She came from Mongdo, and it took her 4 or 5 days to reach this camp. She was living with a host family where she was studying and working, so that's the family she came with, and there were many other villagers with them. They had to cross the river. The Burmese military stopped them. They were sort of waiting for them with guns and weapons. The people finally decided that, no, we just have to take the risk and just started walking. Few people died. Kids were left behind. The Burmese military drowned the boats the kids were in. They flipped the boats over. I don't know how to relate to the different things now. The home that I left is not the same. I remember them being at home where they belong. But now they're somewhere else and it's not their country, it's not their home. And it was very difficult to see that they don't have the very little they had before. When I saw them, I couldn't help thinking I could have been there myself very easily. So it was very difficult to think about their future and what is waiting for them later.
When my family calls my parents, they tell them to tell our story to the world. Because they think that when the world knows, it's going to help them. They actually believe that people, when they see their situation and their point of view, that the world is going to help. And that's what they feel. But it's been in the news ever since the crisis heightened, but they're still stuck there.
They cannot have a future. There is no chance in Bangladesh. And they're afraid of going back to Myanmar. So that's the dilemma. Right now it seems like there is no hope except for survival. I'm lucky for not having lost any close family member. They're all safe here, but they've lost everything. Many of them had stories that make you think about your own life, how many differences there are between people. But some of the stories are too difficult to even imagine. I could never imagine experiencing that myself and continue to live on as if it never happened. This is my mom's family. I grew up with them. I lived with them. So we saw each other every day until we had to flee. This is my cousin from my dad's side. And this is my maternal grandma. And that is my aunt. They're their mother and daughter. तो फंदो देख के तो आई थी और आने के लिए ना कि डरा ना कि आज तो डरा है वाली गाड़ी डरा तो नुआई दी थे चला फैशन दे के मिलिट्री होती. That's her mother-in-law. Her family is gone. Her grandkids cut into pieces and killed.
Ana te hari gale ye fuwa hari gale ye sa ba shu to na te ba hari gale da तो कल दीदी हट्टी दी हाँ आरो दादा भी ऐसे 2-3 दिन खाना खाने तो सारा ऐसे ना डाला भी तो 3 दिन ऐसे वो ऐसे तेरे ऐसे आ रहा अल्लाह यार रो कुछ दूर बहुत दिया ऐसे आतारा पड़ी गई ये अल्लाह यार रो शबाद यार पहले बात ऐसे क्यों रो नारा ज़मारी रायगी डाला और क्या होना और तो इन्होंने जो दौरा इधर में पहले ने ज़रूरी में करे ऐसे होते और अल्लाह तो ऐसे भी बेगुन इंदर इधर लोंच मारी जहाँ इंदर इधर खाड़ी खाला फराना तो लगुले तो दो तो तस्वीर दर है कैसे तो कनानी ना करे आरगा हो ऐसे माँ ये मानो दी इंदिल ले खड़ो खड़ो भागता सारो ये भुजी दा ऐसे खबर बातें होती है हाँ खड़ो भागता सारा आकर भाई ना तो आ रहे नहीं मैं खुद तो खड़ो ऐसे दोनों तो देने भाई
हज़न में क्या मज़ा
नाती होती नाती सही फांस तो मुझे नाती होती आर होता दागर हुआ शुद्ध ना दिया सांसों जड़ा में बेशी मुझे बेशी अपर तो सही क्या फांस तो नहीं दिले लाहटी.
The core problem is politics. The main reason for why they are where they are is political. That's the most frustrating thing. But the financial help that they're getting is helping them stay alive for the time being. That saves lives. To see that there are many organizations down here, many people that are helping, that's heartwarming. Partners is doing a great job. They have dedicated themselves to the cause of helping human beings regardless of who they are, and also taking the best out of their own faith and helping those in need, not looking at who they are, what faith they have. And that's, I think, is very rare, actually. Being a faith-based organization and not discriminate and be there where the help is needed. That is, I think, amazing, and I think many people think that. People are actually here and they're trying to help. But still, that is very difficult to see, how everyone has to stand in a line and then wait for things. People who have worked hard all their lives to provide for their family suddenly cannot do that. Going from a somewhat dignified life to a life where they have no control. It's all in the hands of others. No one has anything, really. Everyone becomes the same. Rohingya people are not. They don't want to become beggars. They just want a chance at life, and they're not being given that. That's been taken away from them by politicians, by the government. What's going to happen to the Rohingya? They've had their rights taken away from them slowly but surely for decades now, and we don't know how long it's going to continue. Now they're talking about taking the Rohingya people back, but the homes are burnt down. What are they going to go back to? Still stateless. I feel like real change might come when the Burmese government actually takes responsibility and claims us as their people. But many of them don't believe that that's going to happen. They've sort of lost hope, and they don't trust the Burmese government at all. I'm afraid that some people might become really angry at the world, at the situation. That's what happens when everything that you experience is just misery. If the politicians in Myanmar and also in Bangladesh and the world, if they don't do anything about it, the Rohingya will continue to be in desperate conditions as they've done for several decades now. But there's a lot of positivity among the people still, not just despair, and that gives hope. The past is in the past, and focus on the future. Let's see what's out there. And I think that's the attitude they need to have in order to survive day to day. But I don't know how long they'll be able to just keep hoping.